Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for Episode 9, Season 6 of The Walking Dead. No Way Out. Probably one of the best episodes of The Walking Dead thus far, as predicted. So, holy shit. So before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those who have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch this episode and haven't already, please comment down below or be messaging me. Then I will give you a fair warning because as usual I did, and holy shit, where do I begin? Where do I begin with this? As usual, synopsis, like this, and then narrate. Fuck me. Okay, so let's just start off from the start. I'm just gonna go this by numbers because it's one of those type of episodes you can have you need to take it in because of all the holy shit moments. Okay, so yeah, you have Daryl, Sasha, and Abraham, and they're talking to this group of saviors. You saw that in the previous episode and the end credit scene. They were talking to the saviors, and about a week ago, we had released the first 4 minutes of this episode released where they're talking about giving them all their shit. And we couldn't follow up from that. Where the main saviors, like, if you need, where he tells Abraham, which is really hilarious because Abraham's just like staring down this guy, and you can tell that the savior's kind of scared, but he's like, I can handle you. So he's like, if you need to eat shit, it's best not to nibble. Chew, eat, like eat, chew, swallow, repeat, or something like that. So yeah, that was pretty good. And as expected, the bazooka was gonna come in handy in this episode more than once, and they fucking just holy. That was like the first holy shit moment because we thought about it, but when it came to execution, on point. Daryl kills the one savior that's with him right behind the truck, and just gets the bazooka and just fires it off at the remaining saviors. And then Abraham's like, chew on that. So that was great. Okay, now we're back to the shitstorm at Alexandria. You have Rick and the rest of the group. They're basically, the one weird thing about this episode, there's like one thing I kind of thought about it while it was happening, but I'm like, I forgot it as more of the shit kind of started happening. At the end of the previous episode, Sam was saying, Mom, Mom, Mom. They never really followed up from that, and really the only logical explanation I could think of is that he tried to call his mom a few times, and then he kind of realized he needs to shut the fuck up. Yeah, a pretty good cliffhanger, I guess. But I feel they should have followed up on that a little bit. I mean, even if they just had Rick or someone say shh and him shut up, that would have been great. But I'm not gonna really deduce any points from them. Just like just a small oversight I saw or whatever. So yeah, basically they get right next to the ponds or the lake or whatever. They're arguing, how should we get the walkers? How should we kill them? What should we do with the walkers? And they're basically like, okay, we're gonna go to the quarry, which is where we were at the beginning of the first episode of season 6. Where most of these zombies originated from. They're like, we're gonna go to the quarry, get all the trucks and all the cars and shit, and lure all these walkers away from here. They say, what about Judith? What about Sam? Father Gabriel takes Judith back to his church, and Sam, being the little shithead that he wants to be, decides to stay with his mom. Okay? So yeah, now, so there's that, then we have Glenn and Enid or Enid or whatever, and they're arguing, how should they get Maggie, and Glenn has a really, he has a really emotional moment in the church, where he's telling Enid, the people who you've known and died, they still follow you or something like that, and he's like, all the people I've known before and after, they have followed me, my parents, a man named Dale, Maggie's father Herschel, a man named Tyrese, a woman named Andrea. They all follow you, and I thought that was such a powerful moment in my opinion because that is true. These people have influenced him. Like obviously his parents have influenced him, but yeah. But there's one thing though. Back in season 2, in Nebraska, I believe, or was it Nebraska? Yeah, in Nebraska. Glenn says that Glenn said that he doesn't know the fate of his parents or his sisters. Well, he said more specifically he had a couple sisters and his mom, but he doesn't know what happened to them. Here, however, it seems like he kind of does know what happened to them, or I guess he assumes. I mean, the apocalypse, pretty safe to assume that they're dead. So yeah, but again, another oversight that I just this is what happens when you're a major fan of The Walking Dead. You just kind of look a little bit too deep into a lot of things. So yeah, again, I'm not gonna deduce points, but I thought that was a really powerful moment. No, his parents. I kind of wish he would have said my parents and my sisters, because he did say sisters back in season 2. So I thought that would have been great too. But whatever he said, my parents. So my parents, a guy named Dale, Maggie's father Herschel, a woman named Andrew, a guy named Tyrese, and then he asks Anita, who are those people to you? And she responds, my parents. And I thought that was such a powerful moment. And again, Anid, this kind of just proves Anid is basically the TV series counterpart to Sophia, or she is going to be some kind of variation of Sophia for the TV series. Comparing Anid to the comic book Sophia. And, that is a real powerful moment. It then just proves that Glenn does care for Anid, and they could be surrogate parents to Anid. So I really did like that. You have the stuff going on with the wolves and Denise. Pretty interesting arc there. It's a pretty interesting redemption arc in my opinion, because they're planning to escape. Denise she doesn't really want to leave this guy because she fears for her life and she wants to survive, and she knows that this guy could probably save him. That this guy, the wolf, could probably save her, but at the same time, she knows that he's injured, so she could probably save him at the same time, because she's a doctor and all of that. But also, she doesn't know what he could do if she tries to leave. So they're about to escape, and then Denise gets attacked by a walker, and the wolf kills like 3 walkers in like one shot. Pretty cool, but he gets bitten in the process, and Denise is like, "Come on, I have a way to save you." And it's a pretty interesting redemption arc, which I'll get back towards soon. Then, probably one of the better moments of this episode, fucking the basically what I'm gonna call this is the Anderson family massacre. Okay, so I actually thought they were gonna make it. I knew they weren't gonna. How am I gonna say this? I knew this moment from the comic book series was gonna happen. I just thought, I was just thinking, Sam's pretty calm down. Something's gonna have to happen to him to just lose his shit, and he starts thinking about that monologue or whatever, that thing that Kara told him. You're gonna be tied to a tree, and the monsters are just gonna eat you, and they're not gonna stop, and nobody's gonna hear you scream. And although I knew it was coming, it was just so shocking because of the way it happens. Because Sam stops. He sees this little boy walker, which is kind of fucked up when you think about it. We've seen little children walkers. We've seen Sophia as a walker. We saw the little girl walker all the way in the first episode, who apparently her name is Summer. We've seen children walkers. We saw the one that bit Tyrese, Noah's brother. But it's kind of interesting because Sam, he's like 10, he's like 8 or somewhere between 8 and 10. He sees this little kid walker and he's thinking, that's what I could become if I die. He basically loses his shit, and then, holy shit, a bunch of walkers fucking swarm and kill Sam. And that was shocking in and of itself. The way they did it, I knew it was coming, but it was shocking in and of itself. And then Jessie starts crying. She starts panicking. She gets bitten. Rick is there all distraught. And he realizes he needs to chop Jessie's hand off, or else Carl is gonna fucking die. So he does that. All that at the same time, you have Ron, who literally just witnessed the rest of his family die all within 5 seconds. Says this is all Rick's fault. He's about to shoot him. Michonne comes up behind him, fucking kills him with the samurai sword. What's it called? Yes, the samurai sword. Katana, right? Katana, whatever. The sword. He still manages to shoot a bullet. So Ron's there. He dies. He gets devoured. Carl turns around. He says, "Dad, we see him. Right eye shot off." And all that. And then Rick just loses his shit. He grabs Carl, Michonne and Rick with Carl in his hands. They all run to the infirmary. And yeah, and then Denise is there, which, just to get back to Denise, it seems like the wolf. You can interpret the wolf's redemption arc in one of 2 ways. You could either interpret it as he did change and he did want to save Denise, and for a selfless reason because he actually appreciates Denise, or think of it as he wanted to save Denise because he still needs to be treated, so he's doing it for a selfish reason. However, doesn't matter how you interpret it, he still wanted to save Denise to a certain extent. So I think that's the best part of the redemption arc, which proves to a certain extent that people can't come back. We've seen that with Morgan. He was too far gone in one direction, now he was too far gone in the other direction, so make up your fucking mind. But just shows, the human psyche, and that was pretty interesting. And Carol kind of causes death as well because Denise and the wolf, they're running towards the infirmary. The wolf, and Denise is getting attacked again by walkers, and she can't really defend herself. So the wolf tackles this one walker. He gets shot twice in the chest, but he's still able to live. So he attacks like two more walkers. He says, "Just run!" And I think in that moment, Carol kind of realizes, is it possible that this wolf did change to a certain extent? You could just tell it in Carol's face. So I thought that was really, really well done. So again, then we come back to Carl. I shot, Denise. She's like, she kind of. There's a lot of characters in this episode also who decide to grow up hairballs. It's about time they decide to grow up hairballs. Actually, a lot of characters. Most of them are like all the Alexandrites to begin with, but most significantly Denise, Morgan to a certain extent, Eugene and Father Gabriel, the major ones, and then the rest of the Alexandrites. Bruce, Kent, Barbara, whoever the fuck is it. Tobin kind of had balls to begin with, but bigger balls, I guess. Who else is there? Yeah. Kent, Bruce, Barbara, Francine, whoever else is there. Again, major Walking Dead fan. I even know the names of the lesser, unimportant characters. So, yeah. So all this is happening. So yeah, and then after Carl gets shot, he leaves. Rick just kind of leaves him with Denise, and he basically goes outside, starts hacking walker by walker. Michonne decides, we need to get the fuck out of here before he kills himself. So Michonne, Spencer, Heath, and who else is left? Aaron. They decide to go out there and they start killing walkers. Olivia and Eric see this. They decide to go out there. Rosita, Morgan, Carol, Eugene, Tara. They realize that shit is going on. And they decide to go up there. And Eugene has a pretty good line. He says, Nobody gets to clock out, and this is a story that's going to be told or something like that. I thought that was, again, a really powerful moment. Okay, so now we have Glenn who's trying to save Maggie, and he ties a rope, or ties like a rope or whatever, from the scaffold to another bar so that the scaffolding that Maggie's on doesn't break. And it seems like they were about to kill Glenn for like a second time in this season alone. So I'm like, what the fuck? He just survived. Give him a fucking break. And I actually did think we were about to see Glenn die, like for real this time. And all of a sudden, Abraham and Sasha just start shooting up walkers all around him. It's like, holy shit. Glenn goes into the car with Daryl. He's like, and Daryl asks Glenn, what the hell's going on? He's like, I don't know. I just got here. He's like, oh, fucking course. So everybody at this point, so it's like all the Alexandrites, Rick's group, Daryl, Carol, everybody fighting off walkers. Every single able-bodied, Father Gabriel, Tobin, everybody's there just getting, fighting, fighting the walkers, trying to do anything. And there's a pretty cool shot where it's like first person, where you just see every single named character, just like hacking at a zombie. Spencer with the butt of his gun. Rick with the hatchet. Daryl with his knife, everybody just hacking zombies, and that was pretty fucking cool. And then another great shot, again with Daryl and fire. He just sets the lake on fire. He gets like the propane or whatever, the gasoline, pours it into the water and just sets it on fire with the rocket launcher. And holy shit! And I thought that was probably one of the most deserving moments in the series and the Alexandrites, because they have finally proven themselves to be worthy to survive. Okay. And some of the characters within the Alexandria safe zone, they were already worthy to survive to begin with. Aaron, Eric, Tobin, some of the more, I guess, Deanna to a certain extent, and some of the more prominent members of Alexandria deserved to survive to begin with, because they knew more or less how to survive. But at this point, all the Alexandrites have learned how to survive, and they finally accepted this new way of life in the zombie apocalypse, which I think is the best part of this episode, and why this makes No Way Out probably one of the best episodes of The Walking Dead thus far. Definitely within the top 3. alongside Too Far Gone and No Sanctuary. So, yeah. Whoa. Any negatives? Any negatives? Fuck no, just a few oversights because of me, and that's really fucking it. Yeah, they came back with a bang. Let's just go with that. I will say the mid-season finale from last year, I gave it like a 6 out of 10. I rewatched and I warmed up to it a bit more. I was just a bit disappointed in that episode because I was expecting this episode to end to be episode 8. So yeah, holy shit. They came back strong. They came back strong. I'm still gonna say I was a bit disappointed with episode 8. I have warmed up to it, but I am still disappointed. This episode, the fucking bomb. Everything's just back to fucking normal. Holy shit, everything's just great. And just also Rick says that he finally understands that these people deserve to survive, that they have finally proven themselves, and that them together as a team can finally rebuild a community. Which I think, again, is another great thing. There's just one scene I want to see. I don't know if it's going to be in the next episode, but I just want to see Rick tell Spencer, oh yeah, by the way, your mom was bitten by a zombie, and she died and got devoured by zombies. So, yeah, and I also want to see her, like, them dragging out her body, like, just see, like, what the fuck did she do? Like, she shoots off 6 zombies and just gets devoured. That'd be a pretty interesting intro for next week. Yeah, incredible episode. Incredible episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I have to give this episode a 10 out of 10. Holy shit. Definitely one of the best episodes of The Walking Dead thus far. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Comment down below on your thoughts on the episode. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.